Well, hello there, and welcome back to one of my YouTube videos. Or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kat, and I do Twitch streaming and content creation education. So if you want to get started with your content creation streaming career or take it full-time, I got you. Anyway, today's video is a little bit different. Actually, today's video is not different at all. I'm going to be talking about my setup. What am I on? Anyways, I built my current setup, or I built my PC that is part of my current setup. I'm trolling. I'm bad at these tech videos. I'm not a techie person. I'm also not an aesthetic person. So, do you want to see a realistic setup tour? Because this is gonna be a realistic setup tour. AKA, I just didn't want to clean my desk, so this is what you're getting. My setup looks crusty and busted like all the time, always. You're lucky if there's no crumbs on my desk. Anyways, I vacuumed this desk before I started streaming or recording this video, so hopefully none show up. But anyways, I'm gonna talk about my setup in this video, and I'm gonna break it up into two parts, my PC and then my peripherals. So I built my PC actually, thanks to the lovely generous donation of people from my stream 2 years ago. Yo, wait. I was able to upgrade my Costco computer that I was streaming on with a GTX 760 to the current computer that I stream on. So I actually have a PC part picker list, and I will throw that up on screen. But for my CPU, I have an AMD Ryzen 9 3900. My motherboard is a used one that a viewer had donated to me. God bless them. It's a Gigabyte X570 Aurora's Pro. I don't know what other number letters things goes with it. I have two 16GB Corsair RAM sticks. I have a total of 3 TB of SSD, one 2 TB SSD, and then one 1 TB SSD. I have an RTX 2080 Ti, and I have an Asus 27-inch monitor with a 165Hz refresh rate. My second monitor, I really don't know, to be honest. It is this old, crusty, busted Costco monitor that came with my Costco PC from like 2014, 2015. It's a Dell monitor. It's I believe 23 inches if I'm not mistaken, and it is a 60Hz refresh rate. This monitor sucks, to be honest, but it does the job, so I don't really care. Now, getting into the fun part, my other specs. So, starting with my keyboard, this is a Portico 75 with Zaku switches that are lubed and filmed, and this keyboard was built for me by Vinius and Ferb. God bless him. Vinius was actually the first streamer that I coached in my streamer series, so I actually have a YouTube video with him, and he had COVID in that video, so I feel bad for him. So, I personally like to use wrist rests. My hands are just really small, so I can't really comfortably let my hands sit on a keyboard without using one. I just like it. So I use the Logitech Aurora Cloud wrist rest. And then for a mouse pad, I'm currently using the Intel Artist Series mouse pad. This is the Laundry Girl one. So I don't have a Stream Deck, but I use a macro pad as a Stream Deck. So for my macro pad, it is the Super 16 V1, and I believe it's the milk or the frosted color if I'm not mistaken. I also have 3 custom keycaps on there, 2 pom-pom purring ones and 1 cow one. And I use my macro pad as a Stream Deck actually. So I keybind my scene transitions to this macro pad, and if you want to learn more, I actually already have a YouTube video up about this. For mice, I use the HyperX Pulsefire Haste in white, and for a mic, I use the HyperX Quadcast S, also in white. I used to use the Blue Yeti, and I just hated how sensitive it was. It was a pain to deal with all the time. Ton of tweaking to it. I just couldn't stand it. For headsets, I currently use the HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. I used to use the Logitech G733. I really like that one a lot. It was white, super pretty, super lightweight, but I also really like this headset too. I also have a Logitech C922 as a camera. This is the current camera of me you're seeing. It is the only camera I've actually streamed with. So I've had this webcam now for 4 years, and it has tried and true served me really well. The reason my webcam looks really nice, I have another YouTube video talking about this, but I use NVIDIA Broadcast to blur the background, and I have really good lighting. You can have a crappy webcam, but if the lighting is good, you'll still look really nice. I also have a ring light. I use a 10-inch ring light to go and light up my face. I don't put it directly behind my monitor just because I find it pretty glaring, so I put it slightly offset to the right. And I haven't done this yet, but I do plan on mounting this ring light onto my desk instead of having it stand on the floor because I have a standing desk. So when my desk is fully raised, the ring light actually is blocked by the monitor. As for desks, I have the Uplift standing desk, and they graciously sent this to me and I love it so much. So I use the Uplift God mode, and I believe mine is the 72-inch one, and I got a white laminate surface on it because I'm going for an all white setup. I also have 2 of their swinging monitor arms for my monitor, except I realized after installing it that my old Costco monitor actually doesn't have a detachable mount on the back, so I couldn't mount it to the monitor arm, which really sucks. I do want to buy a new monitor actually. And I just really like the standing desk because I find that it makes me way healthier. I'll just stand it up while I'm streaming and just stand for an hour or 2 during a 4-hour stream, so I'm just not sitting on my butt for literally the entire day. And then I also have an under the desk treadmill that I got off Amazon that I'll occasionally walk on. As for chairs, I have the Secret Lab chair. To be honest, I literally don't know what model this is. I know it's not the super big one anyways. This was just one that my housemate had, and she was planning to buy an Ermin Miller chair, so I just bought this one off of her. And then one other thing I have is this Super Danny phone charging stand that I just kind of use to also hold my little trinkets under it, but I prop my phone up here when I am going live on TikTok. It is also wireless charging as well, but I forgot to plug it in, and I'm kind of lazy, so currently it doesn't wirelessly charge, but it should. And the final thing in my setup, I have 2 floodlights behind me. So these are both, I believe, 30, yeah. These are 30-watt floodlights that I bought off of Amazon. And ideally, for floodlights, I really recommend you put one in each corner of where your camera setup is going to be in the back wall. So I should have put one in this corner and one over here. However, as you see, there is a door here. I can't put the floodlight in front of the door. So I have one floodlight directly behind me because, yeah, my bed is also over here. And then my second floodlight is against this wall because my desk is against the wall, so it is kind of in an off corner on the floor. I find that having a dual floodlight set up like this really just adds a super nice ambient lighting to your streams and your camera setup and just makes you look way brighter. So again, everything that I mentioned, I will have linked down below. I want to get some money so I can buy more boba, so if I can, I'm gonna make them Amazon affiliate links, and if not, they will not be. But yeah, you know, fully disclosing it. These LA boba prices be rising, man. My drink is now like $8, and I get 1 boba a day, so, you know, please help fund it. That's all I ask, thanks. But anyways, that is the final tour of my setup. Yes, I know, my setup is really messy. I need to clean my desk, I know. You can tell me 1,000 times, I'm still not gonna do it. Hopefully this helped. I've had the same setup for like 2 years now I've streamed with. I've definitely made more money, but I'm just kind of cheap and I don't see a need to upgrade it because it works, so like why bother? I probably eventually will upgrade the second monitor just because I want to be able to mount it on a monitor arm to get more desk space, but until then, it is what it is. This is what we're rocking with. If you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. It would help me out a lot. Also, if you're a Twitch streamer content creator, I have an Etsy shop in which I sell emotes and overlays. Also, I have a Ko-fi in which I have free resources for streamers and content creators, anything you want to know on how to get better, get sponsorships, etc. So I also stream on Twitch 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at 7 p.m. PST. I also stream review every single Saturday, 7 p.m. PST, or do TikTok reviews. So pull up there, or I hope to see you in another one of my YouTube videos. Peace!